Greetings and what up, though? It's your boy, Jason Jamerson, and welcome to the Jason Jamerson Podcast. I have with me today, as always, my cousin, my dog, Kevin Jackson. What's going on, Kevin?
What up, though, cuz? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm over here, all right. Just trying to figure out. I just switched over to iPhone, so I'm trying to figure out
Okay.
everything. It took me forever to figure out how to go back a screen. Had no idea I was just supposed to swipe up.
Hey, you learned those rudimentary arithmetics.
Man, them boy Android, there was an actual button that just said back. So it was, I'm gonna get used to it, but it's gonna be
Wait, so what made you switch?
Because Apple has basically cornered the social media market by and I'm not slandering. This has apparently been confirmed by multiple sources. Apple decided they were going to make agreements with a lot of the social media platforms to where their picture quality would come out better than Android and stuff. And me being what I do and being who I am, I need the best of the quality on social media. And the video camera is dope. I ain't gonna hold you up on that. The video camera is dope.
Okay.
That video camera is ridiculous. Like, I like it better than the Android video camera. Picture wise, like quality wise, they're both clear. I just like the way that like Apple's is more like it's like being in a room with a white light on, where Android's being in a room with like a yellow light on. I don't like that.
Okay. So it sounds like you're saying you're attributing Apple with quality. Is that correct?
Quality camera, yes. Don't try to lawyer me, man. Don't try to lawyer me.
I'm just asking a question, dog. That's all.
Oh man, it's camera wise, and then they said that they said it's better for content creators, but overall, it's like as a phone with everything that you can do on a phone. They're saying that the Note, actually, everybody, not the Galaxy, just the S or whatever, but the Galaxy Note is actually the best Samsung phone out right now, which is the one I wanted to get anyways. But I said, why not? It's just a phone. That's why I keep telling myself. That's what convinced me to make that transfer. It's just a phone.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was interesting. That's the whole reason we're running late. Everybody who was watching, that's the reason why we are tardy today, is because I was at the store and they started my transfer, my file transfer, like 7 o'clock. It was like 6:45, 7 o'clock, and I didn't leave out of there until 8 o'clock, and they still didn't transfer everything. They said the app froze up to transfer. I got all my pictures, got all my contacts, but I only got like there's 160 of my 239 videos, which I had no idea I had so many videos. But yeah, I got 160 of them. But because I still got my phone, I still got all the videos, so I'm good.
Okay. I think most of the viewers probably thought you was just on CP time and they was waiting patiently.
Hey, if they know me, they know that is incorrect, though. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me. I don't know about you, but I like to be punctual. I always assume, especially if food's involved, I automatically assume that the food is going to be done at the time that they say the food is going to be done, or to be over there. So I always show up like 15 minutes early so I can get it hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say my grace on the way to the function. I just walk in ready to eat. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait. Oh, we gotta wait for such and such. They said they're on their way. I don't trust they're on their way. Like, hey, they're on their way means they about to get in the shower, and I'm just gonna be sitting here staring at this macaroni and cheese for the next hour and a half. So, yeah man, if Jason is late, just know something happened or it's not my fault. Y'all know that. You know that now.
Mm-hmm. I would have to agree with you. So, growing up, I missed a lot of things from being late. Obviously, I wasn't the one driving there, and
right.
And I want to be respectful to the schedule and the demands that my parents, guardians, and loved ones had during the time. But I missed out on a lot of things not being on time. So I'm pretty punctual to a lot of things as well. But maybe different than your experience. What I've incurred is being on time to things. You still end up waiting around and helping set up because the people who told you the time are not ready, or others are always late, so you're waiting on them as well. And so it's not always the most positive experience, but it definitely has its pros and cons for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely times where I've gotten to functions early and I ended up finished the cooking. You know what I'm saying? But
do they pay you too?
Man, listen, they be like, hey, watch the grill for me for a second. I'm like, all right. And they go back in the house. Next thing I know, I'm going in the house like, hey, somebody bring out a pan for this chicken. And whatever else y'all got, just go ahead and bring it out. And so I get stuck. I don't even know where the person who was on the grill ended up at, but I know
they went to go shower. They forgot the shower. It changed before the function.
Right.
You know.
Right. I done got fresh to come over, and now I'm the one smelling like barbecue. Over here smelling like charcoal and whatnot. But yeah, man. Yeah. But I hope I figure this iPhone out. I hope it isn't too I don't want to say complicated, but irritating trying the adjustment. I don't think it will be though. I don't think it will be because I'm a genius and I can figure it out. Okay. So what you do this weekend, man? I know we ain't. Let me fix my camera. It's tilted a little bit. But what you do this weekend?
Yeah, bro. So this weekend, decent weather. It was about 60. So actually one of my homies in town, he's a lawyer around town, but really good businessman. It was his birthday, so he had like a networking event and like a fundraiser. So I just went to just kind of support and show love. Kind of actually the first time I've actually like seen other people in a public setting during that time. So chopped it up, and then I took on a project to strip my deck from the previous stain that it had. Stain and paint.
You paused after you said strip, and that got me.
Hey, you know, I mean, we are from Detroit, you know. Right. Hey, you know, that's part
of Mozambique on them in Minnesota.
So definitely did that. It was work, bro. Like more work than I thought, than I Googled, than I saw on the YouTube videos, the conversation I had with my dad, my aunties, my uncles about what I need to do. And I'm not satisfied with the result because there's a lot more to do. I think I might have messed up some of my wood too, as it's looking different colors right now. Needless to say, this is not my skill set, forte, or profession. And I'm just being cheap. But also I'm learning at the same time, putting a lot of sweat equity in it. So at one day I will get it to the point and status to what I need, and I can show it off.
Yeah, man. Listen. So when I first got my house, like the first thing I said was there's this big old garden in the backyard, and there's like a walkway in the garden that led to a Florida room. And the first thing I said was, I want a deck. I don't want this garden because ain't nobody gonna be out here to clean to pull this to mind the garden, tend to it, or anyways, pull it all up. And I want to get rid of that Florida room and put a deck over it. But my wife was like, nah, I like the Florida room. I want to stay in the Florida room when I come outside because we're gonna be able to stay away from the bugs or all that stuff, right? So I was like, all right, compromise. I'm gonna put a patio down. I've never put a patio down a day in my life, but my dad had. So I had my dad come and help me put this patio down, right? And as we're putting it down, I'm like, well, Dad, I have like a light pole in my backyard, like an actual light pole for my back, like my house. I have to switch my house to turn it on, not like a, power pole. So this light pole, the post is like, I'm like, all right, Dad, how are we going to get a brick, one of these patio bricks around this light pole? He was like, oh, we can, my dad, he sounded like the Undertaker when he talked. Like, well, we can put the brick, we can cut a hole in the brick and put it down and put it over the pole. And then like right where the outlet was, he was like, we're going to cut a little part right there too. I got the tools at home. I can bring them. And it's been 8 years. I'm still waiting for him to bring them. My patio looked like there's been a earthquake over there now. I got stuff growing through the cracks and everything because we was never able to, seal it together because I never had a border or a put around or anything like that. So, at this point, I'm like, let me hire somebody because I'm not doing that again. That junk was ridiculously hard on my back. And I was working at Gordon Food Service at the same time. So it was like at the warehouse. So I had a warehouse job and I'm trying to put a patio down at the same time. It was cool, but it was a learning experience.
Okay.
And I learned that there are some things that you should just pay for to save yourself the time and the backache. That was the lesson I got from that.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
So yeah, because now I got to pay somebody to relay it, to put it right back down. Because I got, the bricks are still good. I got some good bricks, but I just got to pay somebody to pick them up and put them back down.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, man. Yeah.
What'd you do?
You know what? Somebody asked me that today, and for whatever reason, I can't remember anything except for yesterday. Like Friday and Saturday are a blur to me, and I don't know why. But yesterday was Saturday. I do recall because yesterday was Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day to all the mothers who are watching this now and after the fact. Uh-huh. But Saturday, the only thing I remember about Saturday is going to the mall to try to find my wife a Mother's Day present. And when I tell you that I went to 12 Oaks, every store that sells any kind of jewelry had a line that went all the way out to the nearest department store. Like freaking Hellsberg Diamonds, they closed early because they didn't have any jewelry on the shelves. I'm assuming that's why they closed early, because they don't close till 8. It was like 6:45, and they had everything off the shelves. Like they had like one little tray with stuff in it. And I was about to walk in there, and they was like, "We closed." So I'm like, "Dang, y'all did that?" Like, shoot. And all I ask, I know it's not gonna happen. I know for a fact it's not gonna happen. But all I ask is that y'all keep that same energy for Father's Day. That's all I ask. Okay. I want a chain. I want to be icy. You know
okay, you want jewelry? Okay, let it know. Throw it
out there. There's 3 things on my agenda, right? I want a gold chain. I need some new headphones because my headphones just recently, I tried to turn them on. They just wouldn't. But it was like little $10 headphones from Walmart anyways. And I want a bigger grill. That's all I want. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? Whichever, and they don't got to be all 3. Just give me one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want for Father's Day is one of the 3. But I know for a fact I'm going to get a tie, and I don't even wear suits. So that's going to be the problem. That's the problem on Father's Day. You're getting socks and ties. Okay. Socks and ties, and you get the TV to yourself for a few hours.
Okay. What you going to watch? This is a little ways away, but
I don't know what just happened, but I can't even hear you, man.
Oh, man.
What just happened? I think we lost Kev for a second. I don't know what happened to his. Oh, snap. What was that?
I can hear you, bro. You can't hear me for real?
I don't know what's going on. It must be my computer then. What in the world? Hold on, yo. Hold on.
So Jason likes to grill.
Hold on.
I'm gonna let y'all know. I don't know if Jason can grill. He's never grilled for me. I don't think he's ever cooked anything other than pancakes for me, which he's pretty good at. So I don't really know if Jason is gonna be able to. Let the Jason experience invite us over.
There we go. There we go.
Yo, can you hear me?
Having some technical difficulties. What is going on here? Boom.
As far as headphones, if you're getting Jason a gift or want to gift him, Target. You get headphones.
I cannot hear you for some reason. I don't know what's going on here.
It says we muted my mic.
1 second. Something is going on. See, this is what happens when you show up late. You don't got time to.
Can you hear me now?
Don't got time to troubleshoot. And this is why I like to do stuff on time. You know what I'm saying? All right. I got your mic unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Still can't hear
Can you hear me?
Did my volume go down? Let me see something.
Yo.
What in the world? This is not a common occurrence on the Jason Jamerson podcast. Make sure. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, leave and come back and see what happens. Yeah. I apologize for this, people. I don't know what's going on. For whatever reason, it just silenced Kev, and I don't even know if you can hear me on here. But yeah, man. Yeah. Mother's Day was cool, but you know, gotta make sure you take care of Dad too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, can you hear me?
There you go. We back, baby.
Hey man, dang. Put me
I
on
don't
the
know what
out
happened.
here.
It was my computer, man. It wasn't even you. My computer spazzed for a second. The screen went black, came back on, and I couldn't hear what you were saying. So yeah. But yeah, I know you had a whole thesis you probably was saying, and I missed it all. Cause I see you laughing and your mouth was moving, and I heard none of it.
Hey man, just watch the video at the end. You'll figure it out.
Right. But yeah, man. So then yesterday I got breakfast for my wife. Cleaned up the house because we're supposed to be getting a new dog. So we cleaned up the house to because the former owners were coming over here to let the dog, you know, get used to the house or whatever before they move. But before that, I cleaned up the house, and it's gonna sound terrible. It's gonna make it seem like I'm just a dirty person. I promise I'm not. But my house is so clean right now. I done moved so much. I didn't deep clean it. You know, the spring clean, the cleaning I was supposed to do when I had COVID. I did that so much. My daughter said, "Daddy, this feel like a whole new house." I'm like, this can't be. It couldn't have been that dirty for it to feel like a whole new house. And she said, "Can we just keep the house like this?" I'm like, "You the one who messed it up. What you mean? Can we keep the house like this? I don't even be here, so how I'm messing it up, you know?" So yeah, but after we was done cleaning, we went and visited my grandma. You know, she had me and her traded war stories of the hospitals. You know, I think she wins because she was at Sinai Grace, so she had legit war stories. She was in there. She talked about the EMS drivers had to wear bulletproof vests to walk into the hospital. I'm like, dang, grandma. So yeah, but yeah, it was cool. Spent time with her. Came back home, and that's about it. I cannot recall anything before I went to the mall on Saturday, which is weird because I didn't drink or do anything. So yeah.
That's uneventful. Hey, you just mentioned something about Gizmo talking about the cleanliness in the house. I just got a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
When did you first start doing chores?
You said when I started doing what?
What age were you when you first started doing chores?
I don't know. I probably came out the womb with a broom. You know what? It was a bunch of us, so it's probably like when I was old enough to walk. Old enough to walk was probably when I was old enough to start doing chores. As soon as I could hold something, clean that wall up, do something. But yeah.
Uh-huh. And then, so what was your first? Do you remember what your first chores were? Like those early ones, those responsibilities?
I know for a fact it was clean my room, fold my clothes, put my clothes away. Very soon thereafter, so we were. I was blessed to be in a big family. So there was three boys, 3 girls, but it went boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, and we're all like, you know, close in age. So what ended up happening was the big chores, they teamed us up. So it was like the boys' week to do the dishes in the kitchen and breakfast room and dining room. It was our week to clean that, and whoever had to clean that, the other one had to clean the den and vacuum the floors or whatnot. And then between me and the two younger ones, well, was it me and the two younger ones? I think somebody else was just responsible for cleaning all the bathrooms. I think it was the two younger ones, youngest ones, were responsible for cleaning all the bathrooms. So yeah, I was blessed to where it was like, I didn't have a whole bunch of stuff to do unless it was something I did on my own that I just messed up that I had to clean up. But dishes ain't as bad when you got a tag team partner, one person washing, the other one drying and putting away.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So had a whole assembly line down there. We should have started a cleaning company. We would have been dope.
And it would of course have to start with a J.
Oh, of course. We would have, the cleaning company. The only problem with us starting a cleaning company is we all too talented in other things. And, we was lazy. So we did the bare minimum to get our stuff done and be done. But, my mama, she was like, her motto was a half done job was a twice done job. So she went, she went and checked. And if it wasn't there, if it wasn't clean, she come wake you up. I never forget that. She woke me up with the broom in her hand. Like, go down there and finish sweeping that floor. I did sweep it. She'd take me down there and point out like two things that she could have swept up very quickly. Like, you see that right there? Like, that probably came off of your shoe. Like, what is you talking about? But no, man. I was fairly young when I started doing chores.
Okay.
Fairly young.
That made me just ask. It sounded like I'm implying that Gizmo's not doing many chores right now. So
no. She has her room. She's folding her clothes and she's in charge of vacuuming.
Okay.
Vacuuming the living room.
She getting there.
Yeah, when I trust her with sharp things, she can start washing dishes. And when I trust her with chemicals, she can start cleaning the bathroom.
Okay.
So, right now I feel like she'll start. She's still at the point where she'll probably try to taste the bathroom cleaner. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep her out of there. Ajax isn't for eating. So
These ain't Apple Jacks. These
ain't Apple Jacks. No. It smells spicy, Daddy. That's because it might kill you. So man. But what's some things that happened over the weekend? I know there's a few things. Elon Musk was on SNL.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it, but I know a lot of people who were very surprised how good he was. Like, they expected him to be trash, but he ended up being okay.
Yeah, I mean, I take that with a grain of salt as my skeptical self, as this is a person of many resources and funds. I'm sure he has somebody coaching and training them. They kind of pre-write the scripts together. There's some practice and stuff like that. So, I'm sure he did a satisfactory job, and that's all he needed to do. He got the views what they wanted. So that was there. The more interesting thing about his appearance was the impact to the crypto market. Are you a cryptocurrency holder or are you a believer? Okay.
I wouldn't even say I'm not a believer. I'm not an understander. So I don't understand it 100%. So I stay away from it. I'm not about to play myself. Okay,
that's fair. I understand that. So
you in that? You in the Bitcoin and the was it Doge or Doge, whatever, how do you pronounce it?
I got a few little coins in there, just seeing what it do.
Okay.
It's for me, similar to yourself, you say you didn't understand it. There was definitely a time where I didn't understand some of the things as well, but I'm one of those people where if I put any time or any effort or any money into something, I'm gonna spend the time to kind of understand and learn a little bit more. And so that was kind of my way of learning about just like investing and things in general. So kind of tested the waters. It's been doing okay. Nothing that's gonna make me retire. But seeing a return for sure. But I would say Elon Musk is a champion of crypto, particularly Dogecoin and some Ethereums as well. And so I think through his kind of his staging and some of the things that happened on SNL, it definitely impacted the market. You could definitely see that impacting. The Dogecoin dropped pretty significantly and then recovered as well. And then the day thereafter, the SNL appearance of Elon Musk, SpaceX, which is the company he founded, they also announced that they're going to be having a launch and kind of named it and model after one of the cryptos as well. So I really just kind of nodded and leaned into that. So really just seeing how that market's going. That's been a big buzz that I've been following myself. And so I know a lot of other people have. As people in the hood been making money off the Dogecoin and
apparently,
stuff like that.
I've been seeing a lot of people on my Facebook. I know a lot of people bailed on it. Like they said it went down and they all bailed.
Mm-hmm.
You said it recovered?
Yeah, it recovered. It dropped. I think it's at about 70 cents. Dropped to 40 or less, and is recovering there. And so pretty good. I will say, a few months ago it was near 5 cents. So definitely, and that check mark type curve, hockey stick looking good over there. I think that's what a lot of us in finance want to see. When you see good returns, you're really seeing that type of growth. Is it sustainable? I'm not sure. But, I believe in innovation and kind of new markets. And so the SpaceX is launching a satellite called Doge 1, and it'll be going to the moon next year. So paid for by Dogecoin, allegedly. It'll be the first kind of crypto type funded thing within space, directly or expressed. And then maybe we'll have a few memes and some NFTs up there as well.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully, I'm once again, I am. I haven't said this before. I'm not the biggest fan of us as human beings, like trying to do wild stuff like go to space. Long term, I don't know what this rocket is supposed to do. Didn't they try to send a rocket over the weekend? Satellite. Oh, yeah. It's a satellite. See, I watch too many movies, man. This is how the end begins. They're gonna send a satellite up there, and everybody who just got the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it's just my luck. That's gonna be the way that satellite's just gonna turn all the iPhones into weapons, mind control weapons. And now Android users got to save the world. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it's gonna be. That's exactly how it's gonna be.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely wait for that to occur. And see. I'm not a big Android. I'm on Team iPhone right now. Who I do miss is the Sidekick. If they just kind of came out with a new generation of the Sidekick, I'd be first in line.
They bring that Sidekick out. It is Rap City for whatever phone I got. I remember that. Like, what did the commercial say? Like, y'all flipping. I'm sidekicking. And he just started typing. He made it seem so cool. But yeah, nah, man. The Lakers, the mighty Lakers are what are they? They're in the play-in spot right now, ain't they?
Yeah, in the play-in spot. I definitely have strong confidence with them just based on the makeup of their team. Anthony Davis is back from his time off an injury. He's also on my fantasy team, so I'm hoping he gives me a little boost there as well. I'm not too worried about the Lakers getting in the playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to get the highest ranking seed kind of based on where they're ranked there. But I think they'll play in and get in the playoffs. And they'll have a tough matchup and a tough road against them. But just seeing the makeup of that team, they've got Rondo now. Or excuse me, no, they don't.
I was about to say, the Clippers got Rondo now?
My bad. Seeing the makeup of that team, LeBron will be coming back. I think they have a good mix and match. They're going to have a harder challenge, but the West is a little bit more parity across the different rankings as well. So it may not be as challenging once they kind of get through the first round.
Yeah. I don't like the Lakers, so I want them to lose. I like LeBron. LeBron cool. I like as an organization. I don't like the Lakers. I'll say that. So that LeBron and Anthony Davis just so happened to pick the wrong team to team up on to get my fan vote. I do, like you said. You said there's more purity across the rankings in the West. I 100% agree, because some of these East teams, I'm like, the playoffs are gonna start, and it's gonna be a totally different thing. Like that's how the Heat ended up in the finals last year. It's like this is gonna be weird because the East is so unpredictable. It's like one game Brooklyn is beating somebody by 40, and the next game they losing with all of the stars playing. So, This is about the time I start actually paying attention to the NBA.
Okay.
Because it's like the time is after the NFL draft. So there's really nothing going on with football until August. So this is where the NBA starts getting my attention because there's no significant NFL news is going to start coming out unless somebody gets hurt or suddenly retires.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, I'm lying because Tim Tebow is back in the NFL. Tim Tebow from Florida signed a contract today to play tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
He hasn't played a game since 2012. And he's in his mid-30s, which is like in NFL years like 60. But because, he only played like 2 seasons at quarterback or something like that. And then he couldn't make a team after that. So, I mean, he may be old, but he don't got too many hits on him. So, he don't got too many miles on him. He started playing baseball. He retired from minor league baseball after 3 years. And yeah, I always felt.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's what I was gonna say. After those years in the NFL as a quarterback and only looking for quarterback opportunities, he took his talents to major and minor league baseball, mostly minor league baseball, and once that kind of evaporated, those opportunities and his progression, I think he kind of relooked at it and opened himself up to NFL opportunities as tight end. He's a big guy, heavier. Yeah. That baseball weight, you can't slim it down and move and throw in the same ways. And so I definitely think that just because of his knowledge of the game, he could be an asset to a team like that. I don't know if he can take hits. I don't know if he can catch. I don't know if he has the footwork still. So it'll be yet to see. I'm not a huge Tim Tebow supporter, but nor am I a denier of what he's done and what he will do. So it'll be just interesting to see the new story.
No, I like Tebow when he was in Florida. I liked how he did all his press conferences. He always gave guys some glory and whatnot, that being unashamed and whatnot. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's for those who are joining in. I know we're supposed to have my man Cody Taggart on the show tonight, but he had a family emergency. We had to reschedule his appearance. We are going to get him on here one of these days. A celebrity trainer out in LA, and a very good friend of mine. But that kind of ties into what I was about to say though. Was like you were talking about, playing baseball and slimming down to play football. I was talking to somebody. I guess I'll ask you, and if anybody's watching want to answer this question, go ahead. What do you think? What sport do you think takes the most in shape? Like what sport do you feel like you need to be the most in shape to play?
So for me, it's a mix up between track and field and soccer.
I was going to say soccer.
I think those two take the most endurance and then reoccurring endurance and stamina. So, and what I mean by that is you're going pretty much at full pace, full speed, and you have to stop and go again. Not many breaks between it. It's kind of a full, in track and field, you're going 100% of the time whenever you're on. And soccer, you're probably going 85%, but you're going on a continuous clock. And so for me, those are the biggest ones where you need to be in the best shape, big, strong. Well, not big, but you need to be fast. You need to have those quick fibers. You need to be quick, but you need to be strong within your kind of endurance and your strength kind of moving through there. So those are the ones where I would say probably the best shape. And then third to that would be probably basketball for me.
What you know about fast fibers, man? What you know about?
Hey, I know my fast.
What you know about that? Hey. Nah, I definitely agree with soccer. Soccer, the only reason I put soccer over track and field is because soccer is so doggone long, and even though they're going 85%, it's like you said, it's nonstop. Unless the ball goes out of bounds or like there's a timeout, they don't stop. Like they just keep on running. Like there's certain positions where they don't run to certain areas or whatever, but like that's a big field. Like whenever they put the full field on the TV, like the only time I watch soccer is during the World Cup. And when I see that the field, it's like, dude, like one time down and back, I'm like, coach, sub me out. Like that, it's not the life for me. So I put soccer number one. Track and field I'll put on there. Mainly because those are just freaks of nature in track and field. Like, you know, the sprinters. Like, I don't know if you've seen DK Metcalf did the
Yeah, I want to talk about that for sure. Yeah.
DK Metcalf did that. And he was in 9th in his heat and 15th overall. But you know, just even if it's not for a long period of time, it's just they're running freakishly fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say 3 to me, might be hockey. It might be hockey because it's harder hitting. It's hard hitting soccer. Like, people don't think just because they're on skates doesn't mean, you know, they don't gotta, you know, actually move. Like that's cardio still skating. You do get to coast some, but like the second you coast, you're getting smacked up against the wall. So, you know, and that's
and your question was like the most in shape, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna throw another one in there. Are you done? I'm sorry if I'm.
What you gonna say? Rugby or lacrosse?
You know, those are actually really good options as well. I think the start and stop in there for me, in the way it does. But I also think that if you're a long distance swimmer, I think that you need to be ready to go.
Yes, I completely agree because I can't remember the last time I went swimming, but like the way I see it is the things that I know I cannot do is because I'm not a cardio person, but I still go out and hoop. I'm not a cardio person. I still go out and play football, and I can hoop all day. I may not be at the same level as when I first start, you know, but I'm still hooping. Last fall I played football for like 3-4 hours straight. Like, we played a real NFL length game, you know. And the only difference is, and this is why I don't put this up there, we were playing offense and defense, whereas in the NFL, the offense, you get a longer break depending on if the other team has a longer drive or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But swimming, like, especially depending on what kind of long distance period, but you know, you're doing one of them strokes where you gotta be underwater for a long time. You gotta hold your breath. Like, you may come up for a second for a quick breath of air and then go back down.
Hockey and the swimming and the track with the long distance, those I think very similarly when you think of like how swimming events and track events are set up with the track events. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel similar in nature of like how you need to get in shape and be kind of ready to go.
Yeah, it's both of them take a lot of core strength. But you know, not gonna get into that and start giving away some of my personal training secrets. But DK Metcalf though. DK Metcalf. I seen that he was gonna do it. I didn't even realize it was the other day.
Yeah, so the USA Track and Field Golden Games was this past weekend, and DK Metcalf entered. Throughout the NFL season, a lot of people have just talked about, especially the commentators and announcers, kind of like sideline, always talk about his speed. When you hear NFL players talk about who's the fastest, he's often one of the people touted. I think he has a notable video of him kind of hawking down.
The Cardinals. He hawked him down.
And so you hear this a lot in a lot of sports saying like, oh, they can go to the Olympics. They can go to the Olympics. Well, this is the first time someone has actually tried out. Not the first time, but one of the few times someone's actually like carried through to try to get to those type of things. And, you know, for a guy that big, I think he's 230, 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
He's big. He lives in the gym. He eats and drinks pull-ups and stuff like that, maybe similarly to yourself. I think he did pretty good, for
most definitely.
what it's worth.
Most definitely. It's a totally different it's a totally different game you're playing. You know, it's like I try to tell people like all athletes are not created equal.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put an NFL player in the NBA, they're not in NBA shape, just like an NBA player is not in NFL shape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, NBA, there's contact, but it's like they try to avoid contact to, as they move up and down the court and whatnot. NFL embraces contact. Getting hit and then getting up and run, having to run another play, getting hit take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then like hockey, you know what I'm saying? Like they embrace hitting. There's very few rules in hockey about how hard you can hit or where you can hit somebody or something like that. Whereas in the NFL, it's like, oh, can't hit somebody in the head. You can't, everybody getting hit in the knees now, and that's why everybody having knee problems and tearing ACLs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't. To me, it's like, yeah, you can say this one. The only reason I say soccer is because it's just so nonstop. But it's like you put one person in a professional, any professional athlete in have them play a full game of a different sport professionally. They're not going to be they're not going to be able to compete the same way unless they've had the same kind of training that they had for that. It's like I tell people all the time when I'm training them. How you train is how you perform. So like if you work out slow, you're gonna be moving around slow. You work out fast, you're gonna, like you said, the fast fibers are gonna kick up. We about to rename the podcast Fast Fibers. The fast fibers gonna kick up or kick in, and you're gonna be able to move faster. So it's the same thing in football. The way they do their drills and whatnot is for them to be able to perform that way on the field, and basketball too. So, that's why, what's the face? When Nate Robinson tried to switch to a totally different sport, he went over to boxing and failed miserably.
Yeah. I mean, that's a bigger jump for sure. And I would say, just returning to DK, he got off with a good start. Those first driving down, keeping your head down and coming up, those first 8 to 9 steps are really, really important, and he got a really good start there. So you can tell that he has some training, really knows what he's doing in there. I think really getting to that top speed and turning over, you can see where the professionals really took over because they knew how to get there. They knew how to maintain, and it felt like he was chasing a little bit too. But also, they're the professionals, and so I expected him to land it where he landed and those other results. But I think that if he wants to be successful moving forward, he's going to have to slim it down a little bit. That was a lot of weight to move at that. And so he could have definitely shaved off of the 10.36 he ran. He could have shaved off some quality time there. And then really just work on that form and that get out because, football season just ended not so long ago. A lot of these other players have been training for that all year long. And so shout out to him. Anyone else who is on the cusp of that, continue training, stay fundamental. As Jason said, core strength.
Core strength, baby. Core strength. That's what you need in your life. So you need in your life. I'm gonna drop a little gem right now because I know a lot of people ain't doing that, but I know there's a lot of women out here trying to have a hot girl summer this year, and they want the Megan Thee Stallion knees. Let me tell y'all something. You don't want Megan Thee Stallion's knees. You want her hips. Your hips are directly connected to your knees. So if you hear your knees popping, it's because your hips too tight. Your hips are too tight. Oh, sweet. I thought I turned my ringer off, but I didn't. Some things about the iPhone I need to learn. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Was there anything? Oh, what was that video you sent me with the roaches?
The roaches?
The roaches. It was like somebody was trying to get revenge on somebody, so he let a bunch of roaches out in his restaurant.
Man, no, it was like so some gang members
it was a gang.
So like some gang members unleashed some roaches for 1,000 roaches on unpaid debt. Now this happened in a Taiwanese restaurant. So this is, hey, that is creative tactics to go after your opponent. It wasn't as lethal as many others, but it was probably very, very effective, especially if you didn't grow up in a place or in a city that had a high population and concentration of roaches. You probably didn't know what to do.
Man, not even just that. It's like that was actually very genius. Not only did they gross out the people who are in the business, they ran out. Bad news travels faster than good news. So now it's a restaurant with roaches. So there's a very good chance that restaurant had to close down for a while just so they can make sure they got it all under control. It's like here's the other. Who is harboring roaches to where they got 1,000 of them, and who decided to count them? That's what I want to know. Who counted that there's 1,000 roaches, and who is harboring these roaches? Who has a roach farm somewhere where they're just manufacturing them?
So Jason, quick tip: when you on your iPhone, on the left side of your iPhone, top left side, there's a little I don't know what we want to call it. It's like a little slot. If you click it down, it'll turn it to silent.
Yeah, I just did that all the way.
Yep,
I thought I did it all the way before.
Yeah. And about the roaches, the source of the roaches. So allegedly, the source of the roaches came from a fish and bait shop. And so that is typically used, a bait shop. So typically used to, used for fishing or attracting to other kind of freshwater or saltwater type animals. Alternatively, for some certain types of reptiles and amphibians, they use that for feed as well. So that's where they got it from. I don't know I don't think anyone counted 1,000. Hopefully not. That sounds like a painful job. It's kind of gross. Quitting. You know what I mean? They probably say what?
I would quit.
Hey, I mean, unless you live in that bug's life, yeah, I would do it too.
The bug's life. Yeah, nah, I'm straight on that. I am straight on that.
Jason, you said something earlier in the podcast about what you wanted for Father's Day. One of the items was a grill.
Oh yeah, I'm the grill master.
I never had your food from a grill, so I can't vouch for you and say that you know what you're doing. Bro. Hey, I'm just saying. I let the people know. Listen. Talking about the top dishes on the grill, like what are you whipping up on there that people are? It's tasting so good they gotta slap their mama on Mother's Day. Wait,
man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Kev. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If there's one thing for sure and the other for certain, I am owed my sandals for being the grill master. Right? Somebody's supposed to. My sandals presentation was supposed to happen years ago. Right? Huh? But COVID happened and they weren't able to do the ceremony to bestow upon me my cookout sandals, because I'm there. You know what I'm saying? As far as what can I do? You know what I'm saying? I can do the low end stuff from turkey burgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't gonna be a regular turkey burger. Turkey burgers, hamburgers. You know what I'm saying? I don't count brats and hot dogs because I didn't prepare them because I season my stuff myself. You know what I'm saying? I can do the chicken. You know what I'm saying? I do different kinds of chicken or whatever. I can do the premium meats, man. I did some turkey chops. So if you go on my Instagram, you probably got to scroll a little bit. You got to scroll down a little bit. And this is probably my top dish at the moment because I'm always striving to get better. My best dish, if you go on my Instagram, the Jason Experience, scroll down, you're going to see a gentleman with a striped polo shirt sitting down with a plate in front of him. That just so happens to be my brother eating one of my steaks. You know what I'm saying? The steak is the one. He's hiding in my basement eating this steak so that his kids don't ask for none of it. And for whatever reason, while he's eating it, he's listening to Italian romance music. Don't ask me why. He's just sitting there in solitude by himself. Okay. Just listening to a song talking about some besame mucho. I'm like, what are you doing down here? He's like, it's too good. It's just too good. So yeah, man. Hey, come by when you gonna be here all June, right?
Absolutely, I'll be through there, boy.
Man, I do the random ones, man. I don't need no reason to cook. You know what I'm saying? Sunny outside, I'm firing it up.
Okay, maybe we need to do the pod before or after. I don't know.
Or during, you know what I'm saying? If my Wi-Fi signal's strong enough, we can do it during.
Okay, I'm with it. Hey,
let's do this, man. Let's do this. Oh man, oh my goodness. See, you got me remember. I did this pork loin. I don't even eat pork like that, but just because I was bored, I decided to buy a pork loin. I made this sweet heat. You know what I'm saying? It was sweet, a little sweet, but it had that kick to it. Man, I had a dude. He was like, man, I don't even eat meat, but he was over there just kicking it with me for a second. He said, I don't even eat meat right now, man. But I'm gonna try some of that. He ate it. He had to leave because he said I was about to make him go back to or stop his vegan diet. So You know what I'm saying? I get down on the grill. Ask about me, man. Ask anybody. My brothers, my sisters, they friends. Some of their friends that came over and now whenever they find out I'm cooking, they be trying to weasel their way in, trying to be cousin whatever. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So wait, what are the side dishes that are going with these meals? What's the specialties with the side dishes?
Well, I do the corn too. I do corn pretty good. I put a little. I season the corn a little bit before I put it on the grill. It ain't your regular just wrap it up in foil. My wife do a mean pasta salad. She do a real mean pasta salad. What else we do? When I'm on the grill. I can't be cooking everything at the same time.
Okay.
I do some on occasion. I make my own homemade barbecue sauce. Not the barbecue sauce that everybody else do, where they just pour open pit in there and add extra stuff. From scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
From scratch. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you the
Send
base.
that my way.
I'm gonna tell you the base. I ain't gonna tell you everything I put in there, but this is how you make barbecue sauce. You get tomato paste and liquid smoke. Mix it together, and then you just add. If you want it, the sweet, you add your brown sugar. If you want it, whatever, tangy, more spicy, whatever, you just add that in there. But tomato paste and liquid smoke is the base for barbecue sauce.
Okay.
I made it one time. They tasted it, and then on Thanksgiving later on that year, they was like, "You gonna bring barbecue sauce?" I'm like, "That's not even a dish. Like, what we gonna put it on?" It's like, "We need it for the turkey or something." I'm like, yeah. I guess now, man, that's one thing. One thing I reminded myself about over this quarantine was I actually can cook very well. I can cook very well. I just haven't needed to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, when you come to town, man, just give me a day, man.
I'll be through. You will definitely get my you'll definitely get my calendar. My
yeah, man.
I'm there. And I'm chilling. So
and let me know. Give me a day and let me know what it is that you want to try. Is it the steak, the turkey chops? It's funny because I got a plug in the meat department at a grocery store. So you know what I'm saying? I can get whatever you need me to get.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely down. What I'll do is actually, barbecue sauce is my favorite condiment. I actually never made it from scratch, so that piqued my interest for sure. So we'll definitely have to chop it up on that because I too believe that I can, kind of get it going. So we should chop it up on that. But what I do make is simple syrups. So for the cocktails, old fashions and stuff like that. So what I'll do is I'll trade you some simple syrup. For a nice night, just have at your bar where people come through. You can pull up, and then you trade me a whole dinner.
A whole dinner, everything.
I'll bring some drinks as well. How about that? I'll bring some with it, and then that's a good trade.
I typically do a Juneteenth celebration anyway, so
okay. What day is Juneteenth on this year?
Last year landed on a Friday, Saturday. Let me see here. Let me find the calendar on this iPhone.
Man, I got it. It's on Saturday. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's for sure going down then. Yeah. It is for sure 100% unadulterated feeding time on Juneteenth. As long as weather, well, shoot, I got a Florida room. I don't even gotta say if weather permits. I'm cooking in the Florida room. If it start raining, don't matter.
What's a Florida room? Like a 2-season, 3-season porch type thing? Like screen?
Yeah, it's like the porch that got the what's it called around it? Like the screen around it.
Okay.
So it's attached to the back of my house. You still ain't even been to my house yet.
Hey man, I need that invitation.
You been had an invitation, man. See, this. Let me tell you something. Yeah, that's how you know black people ain't really trying to mess with you, because most black people just pop up anyways or call you, say, I'm gonna be there. When they start talking about you ain't giving no invitation, that's when you know it's just like, whatever, man.
Hey, no, I will be there. Let's be real. I will be there. I just have never been before, so I don't know where to pop up at. That's really what it is. Because once I know, I start hitting you up like, I'm about to take some help. What's good? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Well, all right, man, we're about to wrap this up. We've been 55 minutes? 55 minutes just talking. Talking. You got any closing comments, Kev? Any
absolutely. Just everybody. Absolutely. Just want everyone to have a powerful week. Do what's best for you, but continue challenging yourself. Additionally, If you're in the city of Detroit and you have kids, whether you are auntie, uncle, cousin, loved one, guardian, or just friend down the street, and you have kids that need to be active for this summer, we are sponsoring a sports camp, and by we is Embrace Sports, which I'm a founding board member of. If you go to www.embracesports, EMBRACESPORTZ.org, you can sign your kids up, and it'll be an amazing experience. We're having a track camp this summer, and we're going to get them like DK Metcalf.
Ooh, like DK.
And then you can follow me on Instagram at Hercules Jackson and on Twitter at _KevB_.
Cool. Well, shoot, I ain't doing nothing for these kids. Nah, I am working on I've been out doing comedy. I actually did a show on Thursday. I probably should have brought that up because I know that's something you want to hear about. I guess I'm gonna have to talk about it next week. But I am back out doing comedy. I'm hitting stages. I want to do a virtual show in July. I'm debating on if I'm going to do it similar to what I did in Christmas or during the Christmas time, where I did the 19 days of Christmas giveaways and then it ended on a virtual comedy show. I'm definitely not going to do 19 days of giveaways because it took a lot to find people who were willing to give something away for free during the pandemic. I don't blame them, but that was just too much work for me. I ended up giving away too much money out my own pocket for a free show. So yeah, but I will say this on that same note. The one thing I will say that's been heavy on me for the last few days is don't doubt yourself. Stop doubting yourself. If you are doubting yourself right now, stop doing it. You know, somebody told me whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right either way. You know, so just stop doubting yourself. You have no limits until you know your limits, until you know for a fact that is not something that you can do. And you don't know it until you actually try it and fail at it. And if you fail at it, you may just realize that it's just something you need to adjust and it's something you can succeed at in the future. So stop doubting yourself and get out there and try something new, you know. But yeah, y'all can find me on the Jason Experience as spelled on here on Instagram and TikTok if I ever am able to remember my password to get into Instagram since I got a new phone. Otherwise, I may have to start a whole new page. Hopefully, I don't. I don't even know what email I use for my Instagram. This is why I do
Facebook.
I don't got my Facebook and Instagram link. Yeah, it's a totally different one, but I'll figure it out. One thing I can do is figure it out. That's and that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all who are going to watch in the future and listen. Once again, this is Jason Jamerson, your boy, and we are out. We'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.